id3 top cover taking off. You put the plastic thing here and you turn and then it starts to come. It doesn't come if you try from the top, it needs to be from the front and twist. Of course, pull that back when you start to do it. This center black thing starts to come off from the rear, a thing like this. You need to push it quite sideways to get it between these panels. It starts to go easier behind the plastic, but you need to get it between, then it starts to come loose. Be careful when you take it off, it looks like it can break easily. Okay, I have got it a little bit more off, but I still don't know, do you have to take it out from the top side or the lower side? Let's see what breaks when I get it loose. I think I won't get it in one piece off. This is not cool to take off. Okay, it moved again. I think it was meant to be taken out from the lower side. And now this control panel starts to wiggle there, and I think I need to now pull these inside and then the plastic should come off. Let's see. Okay, I got it off. As you can see, some of the clips break. I think it's somehow meant to be pushed up, these things, with the tool. Blind, of course, as you cannot see nothing. Fucking silly. And then it will start to come off. Really horrible engineering and clever at the same time. Of course, it's easy to get it on when you put it at the factory, but if you try to remove it in one piece, pain in the ass. Okay, then I have torques here, there, and one torques here in the center. And those off, and then you start to clamp from the sides. I think that's the procedure. Okay, this lower bolt or screw is, you need to turn it half, turn, and then it should come loose. Okay, the door panel is then fastened with this normal white things which you can hinge off with the V thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, and this lower bolt, it stays there, so you turn half the turn, and when it's in the same position it comes out. I think I got this one in one piece off. You release these and take these connectors off, and then you can start dampening these and change the speaker here. Let's see how it will fit. I have 165mm speaker and it looks smaller. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this small cable tie lock you get open with a needle. You push it here and it will open. Then you turn these 90 degrees, and after that you have everything this loose, but it still won't come loose. You have to, behind the rubbers, you have 2 torques also there. After that this panel should come away. Okay, the window started to slide down with this plastic thing, but these wires also need to be taken out. They will come out probably with as a package. Let's see how it will come out. So need to remove all these wires first. Okay, now the window is lowered about 15 centimeters down, and now you need to take these clamps out of the hose, and then the glass will come off and this will fall away, so you can basically start dampening the door. Okay, now I finally got the window and door panel and stuff away. You can see here's a little bit of dampening mat in few key places. There's some glue there which prevents the door from shaking so much. A lot of dust have already come here from the car. There's in the front you have also one dampening mat piece, but overall not that much dampening here, which you would expect in a car which tried to be made cheap. But clever solutions here and there, especially this is an engineering masterpiece which I like a lot. This worked like a dream to take it out, and to get the glass away you need to bend this, and then the glass will come away from the hole. This looks like a nicely engineered piece. I like this a lot. But then just dampening mat, and I need to see how much space do I actually have behind here. So can I install the speaker directly to the this panel, or do I have to make a some kind of extension like the normal OM speaker has? Okay, now I have put STP noise reduction material here. I didn't buy the roller, I just used these things. The soft side, it worked pretty well enough, and some other parts, tools if it was tight or other similar. Here I put 1, 2, 3, 4.5 slices of this material. There's about 60mm gap here for the speaker, and I will try to see if there is enough space for this rainbow without making a extension thing. On this side you have to then put some kind of soft material to make it seal to the inner lining. I will now start to put the window back in. Okay, now I have dampened the inner door liner with the STP. Few small pieces here and there where you have a little bit big flat surfaces, then big surfaces which are easy to put the stuff. I didn't put a like whole lot because this is not any sound quality car. I just try to get it so much that it doesn't start to rattle if I put a little bit more speed. But what you need to do, or what I did, this kind of small rubber was here, which will sit when the speaker is in the car, like that, and it will seal the thing. This is like 38mm height. What I did, I got now 45mm wide slice of this thing. This is pretty thick material, or stiff. You can find softer ones, but I think this is the proper stiffness, because it needs to flex a little bit when you install it, so it does the same as the sealing of that, but better. Then the sound will come out nicely, and it doesn't start to rattle this speaker cover so much. What you need to make sure when you install it is that you have 145mm here when you install it, otherwise it starts to hit the rubber of the speaker, which I have. It's 140 in my speaker. The height in this Volkswagen speaker, it's only 132, so it's a little bit smaller, the rubber mounting. So you need to make sure that this won't start to hit the speaker's rubber mounting, otherwise it will ruin the speaker. It will hit the metal thing here, and then it will hold in place. I have installed a cable tie here, so it will tighten it, and it's made wedged, like cut to wedge. It was 49 centimeter long in the one end and 48 millimeter on the other end, so it was cut like this. Does it zoom there? So 5 millimeter on each side, wedge 49 on the other, and then it will sit quite nicely here. That will make it flex outside, so it gets the bigger diameter. If you have other sized speaker, then you need to adjust your setup. Now I will put it back together. Okay, the 45 millimeter wide rubber thing which I put here seems to be perfect. You can feel it's now on the lower corner 2 millimeter away, and you can push it a little bit forward down, so there's tension all the time, so this shouldn't start to rattle. But before you put this black plastic on place, you need to be sure that the door doesn't rattle anywhere. So put the bolts on place, and then you just test if you can also you can try with your hand also if you can feel, because if you play loud you don't hear anymore the rattle, but you can feel if it resonates somewhere. But that's how you try it, and after that you just put it back together and enjoy your ride. And if there is any rattle or squeaking coming, put this between the panels if there's possibility for that, and this will create also tension and it will stop the rattle. Also somewhere else in the car, if you have rattles, this is a good product for that. Okay, I got this cover back. You start from here in the lower center and you start to roll it from each side, and in the end you put this back on. So maybe the correct way to get it off is first to get this off and then try to get it from up and down side a little bit off, but maybe more on the lower side.